There's a little wacky today. I spotted another UFO. Besides dreaming about UFOs, and we're not going to go there. Had like one of those crazy dreams. I did spot another UFO, and it is in this bucket. Yes, it is Batiks. Oh, look at that. And this storage bucket is great. Look, it has a little handle. I've been keeping stuff in there. These came from Dollar Tree. So, yes, another UFO and another batik project. So there's lots to do today in such little time. We've got this to unbox this and look at it and see what we can do. I brought the thangles back out. Yes, this is also from did I say Dollar General? These are come from Dollar Tree. This is Dollar Tree. Again, this is the two sizes that they had, and I bought both. So I've got the thangles. Maybe we'll get to those. Good morning, Catherine. And then we have a mini quilt parade. I did finish the binding on all of it. And of course, I'm finishing up my morning juice. I was trying to finish it up before our live, but I didn't get there. So I'm going to put this aside because I don't want to get anything dirty. Sorry, I'm going to have one last swig. It's good. Okay, so let's open up our bucket. I'm going to span this down. Now, these blocks, when I pulled, see this out, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but we're going to have to finish and figure it out. So, it looks like I have big blocks. How do you get that all done in a day? What, the binding? I did some last night and I did some this morning. It's just, and I'll show you. It's when I pull the back to the front, so it's really, really easy and fast to do. And I do it on a lot of my charity quilts or my pass it forward quilts. We have blocks like this. Actually, they're in pretty bad shape. I did not notice that. So hold on, I am going to turn on my iron. I think I'm going to have to press some of these before we put them up to see. Hello, Linda and Donna. Let me move this bucket. I'm starting to love these, and they're hard to find. I can't find them now. All right. So here is one that we looked at yesterday, right? Probably got a better view today. And so what I do is I take the binding and then put it and bring it over and tuck it in. So it goes pretty quick. So here is one, because now we've got to wait for the iron to cool. And this is the one pattern that we did with the other UFO, 2 4 patches and then 2 1.5 inch strips. And this is the actual block, and then all you do is rotate it. So I'm going to fold this because someone's coming today to pick up the other ones. So maybe I'm hoping they can take these along with them too. Okay, so there's that. The next one. Again, I just took this and folded it over. Do you have a video on that binding? I, Catherine, have done this quite a bit on my morning lives. I think I have a video. I will try to look for it. Anything that says let's do binding, maybe maybe that's the video for it. But you know what? Hi, So Starling. What I will try to remember is, Catherine, is that I wonder if I have something that I can quickly demonstrate it. We'll do it, okay? We'll do it. I mean, it's really, that's what I do. It saves on fabric because now you don't have to cut separate fabric. You only have to cut. Some people cut it at 1 inch. Some people cut it at 1.25 inches. Some people cut it at 1.5 inches. I started with 1.25 inches, and now I'm down to 1 inch. I find 1 inch is the thing. Hi, Barbara. So we have this one. This was also, the patch was this, where it was 2 dark patches, a light patch, and a 4 patch. But these 2 were light, if you kind of see it. And this was also in the UFO bucket. And instead of making one giant quilt, I made two. The backings on here were fabric that was sent to me by a viewer. Then we have the same pattern here. The difference is the back. I used this back. Was also backing that was sent to me. Now this had an issue. So I normally do where I pull it forward. And what happened here, was it this one or the other one? There was one of them. Maybe it's not this one. I'll show you on the other one. Yeah, let me see if it's this one. Yep, I'll show you. I think this is it. Yep, this is the one. Okay, I'll show you what happened on that one. So this one was fine. And then this is the back. And that's ready to go. And then we have this one here. So the story is, when I was cutting off the batting, I nicked it. Hi, Chris. I nicked it, and then I had to cut away and then do traditional binding. But I figured out a way to fudge that. So this here, right, where I nicked it, I took an 1.5-inch strip and I added it to this. I should show this because this is a good video to show if you made a mistake and you nicked the back and you now need to kind of get that back in track. What I did is I sewed the 1.5 in the back and pulled it over in the front like traditionally. And then I did that on the two sides where I nicked, but then where I didn't nick, I just cut normal. And I know that doesn't make sense. I really should show a video on this of what happens when you nick your backing. And what I mean is when you cut off your batting, because you still have all your backing, if you're not careful, you can grab the fabric below and nick it. And, you know, with the scissor, and then now you have this little thing. I should definitely do a video on that because I figured out a way to fix that without having to do traditional binding all the way around. And using the cutoffs from this. It's all about maximizing your fabric, especially when you're gifting things away. Hi, good morning. You managed to catch me. Yes, A is incognito. Thank you. It always seems to nick. I always seem to nick it. And I showed you a video. I think I'm going to have to do a dedicated video from start to finish and what happens if you nick it. Right? You cut it just a little bit and how I fix it. Hi, Lori. So this is the one we worked on yesterday. Where we just kind of made things up. I ended up finding some green that was gifted to me a while back, and it kind of goes with this. I knew we could get something to kind of get this going. Yes, please do that. Good morning, Judy. And here, those little fabric potholes are the bane of my existence. Yes. So, yeah, so we'll have to do a video on that. So here it is. It's finished. And the backing is a backing that I bought a long time ago. And I thought, you know what? It is, you know, letters and numbers. And so here we are. It was so funny. I had a student come in, and she's adorable. And she says, I don't see any Peter Cottontail books. I'm like, we have Peter Cottontail books. Nope, I've looked. You have no Peter. I go, did you go to the Easter section? I said, I know there's some there. And then we have the series, and then we can go from there. So she goes over there. She goes, there's no Peter Cottontail. So I go over there. I go, here's a Peter Cottontail. There's only one in here, but I know there's a series on the series section. She goes, no, not that Peter Cottontail. The animal. There's a rabbit called the Cottontail Rabbit. And I said, but you said Peter. And she goes, I know, but it's the Cottontail. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let me show you where all the rabbit books are so that you can look through those and see what you can find for Peter Cottontail, you know, mammal. It was kind of funny and cute. You know, I love these little cute little stories we have, like your interactions with little ones. They're so cute sometimes. I'm loving it. Hi, Kathy. So yes, so that's the back of it. Letters. I thought it went well with it. And here it is again. And this had like the boxed, I called this like the box corner that we did yesterday. That's not exactly. It was so cute. She was doing a report on rabbits, and she wanted the mammal version of it. Okay, so now here is the other one, which we did, which was the first one. So that one I sewed up after. This is the one we sewed up on the live yesterday. Again, I used that same green. And we have the numbers on the back and letters. So those are ready to be donated to Vassar Hospital. And then now this leads us the Velveteen Rabbit. Yes. So this leads us to these UFO blocks. So I'm going to press these because I did not realize how, yeah, they're makes me wonder how long they've been around, because they're quite a bit. Some of them are. All right, here we go. So we're going to put the first one up. It looks like this. I can't tell you what this is from. I have no idea. These are great. I remain impressed of how much you get done. Well, thank you. And Deb, good morning. So here this is. I have no idea where this came from. I have no idea. Because this is a bit. This is yeah, this is old. So we have another one here. So while I'm looking at this, we'll deconstruct it from the back. Okay, so I'm over here pressing as we are talking to get this going. So if we look at this from the back, right, it looks like they're half square triangles, right? Everything looks like an HST. So it looks like I have 4 HST across, a big like brick here or rectangle, a couple of more HSTs, and then a brick. That's what it looks like. I wonder, no, I was thinking maybe you all make that one block and then I inverted it. I don't know. I don't know what I did here. I don't know where this came from. But here you go. It might have been something I just saw somewhere and recreated it myself. So I really don't know how. I feel like there's like a line going this way. Do you see that? And a line going this way. So maybe the lines, no. See, that would have like yeah, I don't know what I did. Could it be this? Maybe. I'm quite not sure what I did here, so we're gonna just go with it. Oh, I really need to maybe take pictures or draw things. I don't often have UFOs. Honestly, this is one of the reasons I don't often have UFOs, is because I finish it and then I'm done. And the fact that I have a UFO is because I got distracted in some way, which is bad because now I don't know what I've done here. Well, let's see. Maybe this is it. Can it be this? I don't know. But it's pretty fabric. I'm enjoying the fabric, especially this. Wait till you see this one. This one has whales. So I do know that this fabric is from a fabric swap I did. Hi, Lisa and Jessica. I do know that this must be, I'm going to move this. This fabric was from, Wow, I really wish I knew what this is. It's driving me bananas. Okay. Now the question here is, do I keep this big or do I make it into smaller quilts? Part of me wants to make it into smaller quilts, but I don't know. Batiks have a little bit of roughness to it. And I don't know if that's great for baby quilts. What's your thoughts on that? Let me know. What do you think? I mean, you know, it does. It has like a little bit of roughness to this. Oh, wait. This just made something go this way. So wait a second. Maybe, does this go like this? Huh. And yeah, I don't know what I did. I'm trying to figure, oh, wait. That looks like that goes this way. So it looks like this is kind of going like that. I don't know. Probably should give it up and say we're just making our own little thing going on. I see lines, and I'm sure these are supposed to somehow correlate with each other, but I couldn't tell you. Let's see. Hi, Vera. I like bigger because it really shows off the colors and designs. Once washed and dried, it softens up. I love batiks. Oh, well, that's good to know because I've never used it. Now, look, you see I have one regular. I've never used batiks for baby quilt. So that's good to know. I mean, I like it big because it shows off the fabric myself. I just don't know if I should make this a big passive forward or a couple little ones to add to the incubator pile. Let's see. We have that. Well, let's see what happens. Let's measure. Okay. I'm going to measure and see. I really wish I knew what I was doing here. This here. So it's 33. So that's close to what I need this to be actually. Because if this is 33 and then I put a border on there, that's good. And then let's see. Ooh, it's a little too long. 3 down is 50. So that's too long. I would maybe have to use these half sets I have. Because 33 plus this half set. Let's measure the half set that I have here. 33 plus another 8. That would work. That would work. So if I did 1, 2, and then added a little half set, I can make this, let me move these. I could make these into little incubator quilts. Look at that, right? Because I could do that. Maybe. I don't know. Because you know what? I have such cute baby fabric I think I want to use. This might end up being a big quilt. I love the colors. I mean, I could do it, but I think, I don't know. I think this might have to just be a big, beautiful quilt. Because now that I'm thinking about all this beautiful baby fabric I want to use. What about just 4 blocks put plus border? Yes. Well, they want it to be oblong. They want it to be 30, what did I say it was? 30. Oh my goodness gracious. We went through this so many times. I think it's like 34 by 30. No. I get so angry at myself because I can't remember anything. It's like I walk around half demented half the time. All right, here we go. 36 by 42 is what I'm going to grab. Yes, 36 by 42. Could be a little bit longer by 46. It's for the incubator on the top. but it doesn't matter now because I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this big and then use my other fabric because I do have a lot of kiddo fabric to use. All right. Here we are. We have another one here. Again, I have no idea what I did here. I feel like when I put this, it's all starting to recollect. I think I was making this at a time when I had my old long arm and I got my new long arm, and because I recollect when I had my design wall over there, which I didn't have a YouTube channel. And I kind of remember doing this on there now. So I wonder if I took a picture of it, because I do this a lot. Take a picture of something that hasn't been sewn yet so that when I go back to it, I can put it together. I'm thinking that's what happened now that I'm putting it, yes, I think I did. So I think we'll just put it up here. You could see the lovely pattern. And then I think today I'm going to go through my phone and see if I could find a picture of this. Because I'm thinking that's like one of those things, you ever do that where you have a quilt, you're in the middle of it, and then you changed your room, you put it away to do it later on, and then it never got done later on? Because that's what I think this was all about. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are. And I now am recollecting, I have a feeling, I was thinking about giving this to my daughter because it has all the, like the sea, there's like a sea theme going on. And anytime I make anything sea theme, I'm thinking I give it to my daughter. Because like I have floral, and then I have this stuff that looks like kelp. So I'm thinking, and I have fishies and look, dolphins. It's one of those things. And this is awfully big. It's really big. And she has a queen size bed. But at that time she had a full size bed. So, and then I have these, which makes me think that I was trying to extend this to a queen. It's slowly coming back to me. All right, so we have this here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 across. I have all these pieces here, which I'm going to press. So this is what I have. See that? I have that. Yeah, I have all these pieces. And then it looks like I have just extra pieces of blocks as well. So I'm not sure what I did. I hate that. Who else does this? Is it just me who does this? Are you all very good at keeping your patterns with things and your sketches? I really do need to work on that. Again, though, I try not to have UFOs, but clearly I do. So I have a pie. Oh, here's another bit, and look, it has stars on it. I'm pretty sure these are my daughter's colors. She likes colors like this. It's all coming back to me. What's not coming back to me is how I'm supposed to put this together. And my guess is I didn't do something right because look, this is all at one point ripped out, and this was folded up in little pieces. So I don't know if that was a mistake, but here we go. We have a lot of squares, one piece of long, well, no, a couple pieces of long. I think we all do that at times. Yeah, because this is slow. It's just not really. Okay, I'm going to keep this like this because I noticed that I seam ripped that. Okay, well, here is my UFO that I should be working on, but I'm not going to right now. I'm not going to sew it up because I want to see if, hi Melanie, if somehow I left a picture behind in my phone. Good morning, Sherry. But here it is. It's pretty. I love the colors. I don't know if this is the setting. I'm going to say this is probably not the setting. Oh, you know, I'm looking over here. I feel like this may be the setting. See this little section here? It gives you like, I don't know. It gives me like this here looks like it should be. There's maybe this is the, I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out later. I can't believe I did that, but I could believe I did that. I do stupid things like that all the time. I'm going to say I love it. Forgot all about it. Hi, Jamie. Have no idea how I did it and how it's supposed to look. So hopefully I can do some research. Looks like some type of lattice pattern. That's what I think. That's why I think this here is the right setting, if I had to guess, but I don't know. So I'm going to go look on my phone instead of just sewing this up willy-nilly. We're going to look on my phone after this and see if I could find a picture, because I do vaguely remember it being over there. And then we had to move the room, and I think I just took it down and stuck it in a bag. I actually put it, when I was organizing and I found these random bags of blocks and stuff, I started putting them in these containers. So there we go. I opened up the container. Beautiful. Don't know what I did with it. We'll figure it out. We're going to go to Thangles. We did the quilt parade. We're going to go and do a couple Thangles and look and do some questions. Here we go. I'm going to move us down. Here we go. I can't believe myself. I spent this morning, I made some bobbins, and I cleaned my machine because it needed to be cleaned. And so here we go. We are going to take this, and I'm going to need something to cut on. So let me go get this and this. All right, so I'm going to get a little board, my little cutter. I use this to clean my machine out all the time to get all the dust and dust bunnies. I'm going to bring this closer to me. Yikes. So I can read. And maybe you guys will get a better view, maybe also. Okay, so we have the Thangles. Put that there. And let's open up our box. So refresher course, I have some videos on this. I didn't continue making videos, just didn't have time. So we have these. And there is a setting for this. It's a really cool setting. I can't wait to show you. So back in the day, this would have been their version of a mystery quilt, I guess. So here we are. And let's go to, hopefully, here we are. We'll go to this one here. This was, again, I bought these at an estate sale. And here is the pattern for this. Okay, I did speak to the gentleman, so I've got permission for all this. We're good. And we're using Thangles 2 paper, which is right here. And this, you could still buy this stuff online at their website, thangles.com, right? I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that. I found this, I spoke to him. We had a lovely conversation other than that. Okay, but you know what I don't have? I don't have the other color. Here we go. I have some cut up, pre-cut up. All right, so we take the right sides together. Probably should press this a little. Right, the right sides together. And so everything is made using this strip, this 2.5-inch strip. So the whole thing is made with this. So we're just gonna press this. And they recommend putting the 2 strips together and kind of cutting and doing stuff that way. So here we are. We are going to put those things together. And then we're going to read the pattern. So it says that we are cutting from this set here. We are cutting just one. And this happens to be a 2.5-inch ruler. So that's good. This was gifted to me, this ruler. Oh. Okay, so it doesn't like this little tiny thing. That's good to know. And it has a quilt shop name on it. It says Rose of Sharon Quilt Shop in Danville, Pennsylvania. That's what it says. Okay. So color 1 and 2, we just need one of our pieces, and then we're going to go with the thangles. So we need, oh, I don't know how to do this. Never mind. We're not doing this one. That's okay. We're going to switch up the thing. I haven't taught myself yet how to make a hourglass thangles. You have to make an hourglass tangle. So I don't know how to do an hourglass tangle. So that's okay. We'll use this fabric. There's others here. I pulled all the fabric out. We'll just change some things up here. We'll take this one. I'll just switch out the fabric. You know what? I'll just put, oh, no, what am I doing? I'm just going to put the whole thing in and the piece that I just cut. And put that back in here. I have to read more. You can make hourglasses using this paper. I just don't know how, and so I need to actually watch the video. They have videos up about it, so I'm gonna just say we'll do that later on. We'll go to this one. Here we go. Oh, this one's pretty. This is the one we're going to do. And then this way, this is all thangles, nothing that I haven't done yet. Okay. Oh, just in time for thangles. Yes, you know I say that 1,000 times. I don't know why I love that that word. I was going to say Tangle Thursdays. It was going to be a series, but I was like, well, no, today's Wednesday. Yes, you got my, oh, yes, I got my Tangles on Monday. Super excited to get started. I have some Tangles paper. They may be over 20 years. Yes, exactly. Well, pull those out, Jamie. Go to my series of Tangles. The gentleman is lovely. We are working on Buck a Block Series 7. Buck a Block Series 7. If you talk to him to find any information so you could use your Tangles, tell him I sent you, and maybe he'll help you out with some patterns for your Tangles. Okay, so we have the light and the dark. Here we are. We'll try that again. And right sides together. This one's pretty good. All right, so now the first step. Step 1. It says from the strips, we're going to cut one of the squares of each color. So we are cutting one. There we go. So we're going to set these aside for the construction a little later. Now we're going to take our papers and our strip, and we need 16 Tangles, which is 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6. So I'm going to take one of my papers and put that right on. You want to make sure you're doing it on the light. I learned my lesson with the first video. I did it on the dark. Learned a little bit more. And now we're going to, the light is on top. So now I just come in and I am just, I mean, if you want to learn something new, that's what this year is all about. And then I was just watching Lisa, the awkward quilter. She had a video up yesterday. Was it yesterday? And I watched it. She's like, I got all caught up in the Nancy Guthrie case. I did too. I did too. I'm all on it. As a matter of fact, I just watched an update this morning. So sad. But yes, so she's got a lot going on in her sewing room. And her thing is also learning new things. So I feel good. And I feel like I'm in good company. Sometimes we have to push ourselves. I'm not quite where Lisa is. She is doing beautiful thread art. I'm not there yet. I am absolutely not there yet. I'm not that adventureful. All right, so here we are. We have that. I just come here and just kind of smooth everything out. You know what? Why not? I'll put it this way. It gives me a good anchor right there. Because this is a long piece. Now you don't have to go like this and have this long piece. You could do it little by little. You can cut them in sections. It's me, you know. I like to just get it done. All right, so we're there. And I'm just going to kind of chop-a-lop a little and put this leftover aside for, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Take all this. And so now I'm going to come here and sew on the dotted line, not the solid line. The solid line is for cutting. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going, he says you don't have to do this because, you know, the tricks are you can go ahead with a tracing wheel and trace on these and then sew. You can use a bigger needle. You can use a shorter stitch length. I do use the shorter stitch length, and I think it does help me. What's this? Oh, me too. There's an update. Wait, what did I miss? So I'm not sure. Lisa, what your oh, I see. Yeah, you're starting new things. Trying to do new things is my guess. So I just come in here and then I lift up my needle and this, and I kind of just take a little thread and move this over. There's something nice not having to think, honestly. Good morning, Leanna. Hi, Joe. And all of you all been lurking this morning. Totally get that. Oh, I didn't put that up. There we go. So I'm coming in here and doing the same. And I do this all the way down. Now I'm going to have to change my title because the UFO thing didn't happen necessarily. Ow. Okay, and then you give yourself morning acupuncture. It's all good. Okay, I'm going to start pulling these out so I don't give myself a lot of morning acupuncture. And the reason I say that is I really feel that these here, to me, they look like acupuncture needles. Let's see where we're at. Lisa's referring to the Nancy Guthrie case, I think. Oh, yeah, there's an update. Yes, you know, different people are reporting on it. Yeah, I think, yeah, true crime case, yes. So I don't want to say anything here because I don't know. It's, you know, it may not be morning coffee. Yes. They haven't found her. It wasn't that kind of breakthrough. Unfortunately. I found a few videos to watch about the case. Yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna put that down. Just want to make sure I have this all. I do. So all we do is we just nicely, just like a calming thing. I'm great. These things, what, I don't even remember what they're called. They're magic pins? Are they called magic pins? I want to say, I feel like they're called magic pins. I don't know, but I like them. But they're sharp. Good morning, Michelle. How are you this morning? All right, here we go. Yesterday, we did this question, and then I never told you the answer. How to look like you've worked overtime when you're not. A, work your hectic schedule into conversation whenever possible. Say things like, when I went over that report Sunday morning. Or B, do not take vacations. Or C, show up early and leave late. Take long lunches to make up the time. Now, we did do that, but I don't... Maybe we did, but I don't recall if I told you their right answer. I lost the thread. Oops. I'm going to miss that button. The new sewing machine is not going to have that beautiful button that I oh so love. Let's see. Yes, they are magic pins. Nice pins to work with. I have some Thangles papers from years ago. Well, yes, and I have hoarded some. You know, like anytime I saw them at a yard sale, because they were always either in that pile, that giveaway pile, or they were just with stuff that you'd buy. And, you know, I'd pick them up and say, one day I'm going to use them. And then that one day never came. And then with this estate sale, this lady had the whole series and patterns to go with it. So that's when I was like, okay, there's patterns involved. I can now start using these. And I'm glad I did. They're kind of fun, you know. Again, this year's all about using what I have and what I found. And, you know, I'm pleasantly surprised. I like the idea that you can do a whole block just using the one size strip and not having all different kinds of strips going on. That kind of was alluring. All right, so here we are. We have them all sewn. And now you are going to cut on the solid lines. Okay, the solid lines. Now, what is this? This didn't even sew. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. This one didn't even sew. I'm like, how did that come off like that? Okay, so we're going to come in here. And I don't know why it didn't sew, but my machine is really on its last leg. It's telling me enough is enough, Leanna. I need to be retired. Now it's doing it again. Let's see. Okay. There's thread. Let's see. Oh, gremlins, get out of my machine. Please. Okay, we're good. It's, I don't know. I guess it was maybe a malfunction of the bobbin. Here we go. Let's see. Do you reuse the paper? No, I did a block of the month using Thangles paper. See, Jamie did one too. A block of the month. That's kind of what this was. This one is series 7. So you have your little pieces like this. This one was just because. So at first I was like, you know, you got to find the way and what you want to do. So first I was cutting all the rectangles out because this doesn't make a square. This makes a rectangle. And then I decided, you know what? I like this better. Just kind of cutting as I go instead of all the rectangles. Because then, I don't know. It just, to me, seems like I do this in less time this way. Because then I would take all those rectangles, sort them out, and now this way I just kind of go through the whole thing. So when you play with yours, if you have some that you've gotten somewhere, just find your groove of what you think is going to work for you. Someone asked me if I was going to take these on vacation with me. And I said no, but then now I'm thinking if I'm going to be at the airport for 4 to 5 hours before I need to leave, don't get me started with that. I will have my sewing machine in my carry-on. So I may bring this with me because this is something I could possibly pull out in the airport and get going. I mean, I may have some people look at me like I'm on something. Because here I go whipping out a machine and start sewing. Because I was saying to my honey, like, what am I going to do 4 to 5 hours ahead of time if I get there and everything goes smoothly through? I am not looking forward to traveling. Can you feel my pain right now? All right, so I cut them. And now I'm going to press them. Let's see what you all have to say here. I did a oh, you did that. Oh, good day, Johnny. ¿Cómo estás? All right, so this question about how to look like you're working overtime when you're not is C, show up early and leave late. Take long lunches to make up the time. Okay, Red. What is up with this? They asked about elderly parents and earthquakes. Now we got other things. This is a survival question. I'm not making up these PSA. I'm not making these up. The best dessert to serve an elderly parent with dentures. Let me tell you, my Grammy had dentures. She ate everything. There was nothing stopping her. So I don't know. This is kind of like, I don't know about this, but here we go. A, poached pears. C, candied apples. Or C, dried nuts and berries. If you gave my Grammy a poached pear, and everybody else is having like a meringue dessert with also yummy goodness, I'm going to now trim my dog ears. She would not be happy with us at any of those. A candied, yeah. Well, she might not eat a candied apple. That may make it unstick. And first of all, I don't know why this question says an elderly person. I know a lot of people in their 20s, my son's age, that have dentures because they didn't take care of their teeth. Now, my son doesn't have that, but I know a lot of people in their 20s that have that. So they should take that age right out of that because they should just say, I'm going to reword that. The best dessert to serve a person with dentures is A, poached pears, B, candied apples, C, dried nuts, and berries. You see, I'm taking this to heart, right? Because I'm in the I'm not so young category. So I'm starting to get offended by these questions they keep asking us. All right, so now I've pulled off my dog ears. You could do those anytime you want. I like to do it ahead of time. And now I'm going to press to the dark side. That's their directions. And do that. Let's see. What grade do you teach? So I'm support staff. So I used to be in with the library and art. That I just had a move. So I just had a move. They needed some expertise. No, I don't know. They needed some extra help somewhere else. And everybody's devastated. But in a school, you're there for the children. So if there's a child's needs ahead of some other thing that you're doing, that always comes first. I know that. That's the profession. As much as I will miss my thing, I do understand. So we just go with it. Now on Monday, I would have told you I was devastated. I'm over it. Okay, and then here. So the art show, though, is this week. And the kiddos' art is up, and it's so cute. I work with them, and we made like styrofoam wedding cakes. I was talking about wedding cakes, and we did wedding cakes together, and we did pastries, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Yes, and then we did puppetry stuff. I'm going to miss that, but hey. Let's see. We have, you know, I've been thinking about Dawn. I hope Dawn's okay. You know, it's hard for me to get onto, what's that thing you guys go on, Deb? And Melanie's there sometimes. Sheila's there. Oh, a Discord. Wait to see. I forgot about the airport issues. Yes, Eva. Good morning. I could only take handwork to the airport. Oh yeah, when I travel with my machine, I have to pull it out as if it's the laptop, and they have to inspect it in case I'm doing something weirdo with that. But they all get a kick because it's an antique vintage. I have taken my 301, and I have taken a my little black one at my featherweight, and they all get a kick out of it. So we have a screaming A about poached pears. A cousin had all his teeth removed because he had such a dentist phobia. He had dentures since he was like 30. Right. So that's question. I don't like when they say that. Good morning, Raven. So the answer is A, poached pears. Poached pears. Okay, here we go. How to act when you're on fire. Okay, how to act when you're on fire. A, cross your arms over your chest, drop to the ground, and roll yourself up in a rug or blanket. B, do somersaults in the dirt and jump into a lake. Or C, cover your hair and eyes with your hands and collapse into a fetal position. I don't know, in school they ingrained a different slogan than any of those. And these really do come off quite easily. You just come here and pay and come to the tip. And now the gentleman, Patrick, who I spoke to, told me they spent millions of dollars perfecting this paper. I was like, oh, okay. That's it, Joe. You got the slogan of what was put into us. And that's what we tell the kiddos, too, when it's Fire Prevention Week. You know, and talking about that, you know, I was checking all my detectors. Some had to be replaced. Some had to be, you know what? Actually, one of them malfunctioned. And I called the company, and they said they were sending me a new one. That was last week. I wonder what's taking them so long, as I haven't seen it. might have to call them back. It was a fire and carbon monoxide, but now we need so many more other detectors. So now I need to purchase a gas leak detector. I never even heard of that, but I guess a house blew up. Actually two houses within a year have blown up here, and it was due to propane leak or a gas leak. So your carbon monoxide, I just assumed that the carbon monoxide detector just did all that, but it doesn't. So the carbon monoxide only does carbon monoxide. Then a gas leak detector is what detects if you have actual gas leaking. So those homes were propane heated homes, and my house is a propane heated home. So now I have to get those. I have to put one in the kitchen and one in our furnace area. Never thought of that, but after reading the fire or whatever, they put out a thing saying, you know, it doesn't cost that much, and for your safety, if you have this in your home, being this is the second incident this year, please think about installing one. So now I've got to do that. Another thing for me to deal with. I have jumped into a lake though. I wasn't on fire, but had poofed my eyelashes and brows off. Ooh. Where are you located, JC? Oh, Joe's created. So stop, drop, and roll. Good morning, Christina, is what I was always taught. They're saying which is basically the same. Cross your arms over your chest, drop to the ground, and roll yourself up in a rug or blanket. Well, you may not have a rug or blanket nearby, so you just drop and roll. Okay. How to excuse yourself from a boring meeting at work. How to excuse yourself from a boring meeting. A, minimize your presence. If no one knows you're there, they won't notice when you're not. B, claim you are urgently needed in a more important meeting. Or C, spill coffee or water all over your clothes. So here we are. We're going to put together our thangles. So you can see there. Okay. So we're making two different ones. We'll put the dark color here for right now, the red. And then we're going to build it. And this is just like a puzzle. You're building. And then I look again. It almost is like a friendship star to me. Yep, look at that. That had a piece of paper still on it. And a piece there. Okay, and then this one goes this way, and this way. There we are. So we have that one. And then right, does that look right to you? Yes, that looks right to me. Yep, and yep. Okay, so now we're going to do the white one. You're going to take the white block, and we are going to build this here. Now these are all, I'm going to say, probably traditional blocks going here, so, and then put this one like that. Let me see. Oh, is this right? It looks weird to me. I just have to double check. This is right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You know, it is a lot of double checking, but here we go. So these are the two that we are going to sew up. I don't know why one looks weird to me, as if I've made a mistake. But I have looked at it numerous times. I don't think I have made a mistake. It just looks like I have. Yep, it's all right. Okay, so we're going to go and sew this up. We have a lot of C's. D, have someone text you to leave. I like that. Our elementary school starts at 7:30. Ours doesn't start until, oh, I don't want to put that out there. Because some people know. For security reasons. Norma, good morning. And turn the top left. There is one, I think. That's what I'm thinking, Ray, because I'm looking at this and there's something off. So there is that. I don't want to sew it because I feel like I have made a mistake. Now, the white one, this is this one. This is the one where I think I made the mistake. This goes that way. That goes that way. That goes that way. Unless there's a mistake in the picture here. That goes that way. That goes that way. That's that way. I don't get it. In the picture, it's correct. But when I look at it, to me, it's like weird. I guess it's because I'm just looking at the opposite. I mean, this is the opposite of that. And that's the opposite of that. So I guess it's right. It just looks weird to me. and you all saying that too. Bottom corner, double check. Yeah, bottom corner, this one right here, right? This one right here. That's the one I'm thinking. Top left. Looks right. I think the negative space throws us off. I think so too. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it. It's right. I'm totally looking at it. It's just a weird, I guess it's just because we're doing the inverse and it just looks weird in the inverse. So we're going to go through it. So I just take the two and I just kind of put them together and web my whole thing with a 1/4 inch. Excuse me. I have ginger and turmeric at the moment. Just feel like it is right there. It's a little fiery right now. Yeah. That's from my juice this morning. I just ordered some things from Retreat, so I'm hoping they come today. Here we are now. I don't know. I have one that has a dog ear that I'm going to have to attend to. I must have not done that. Let's see. What do we got going on? You have a great day, Lisa. What? Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Native American Indian. I didn't read that whole thing because it was long, but I did my ancestry and I am Taino, and also can't find out if it's Aztec or Mayan in me as well from Mexico, but it's 1%. Most of my genetics are basically Taino and Portuguese. That one was a shocker. That one threw me off. And it's quite a bit. It's a lot. So I've been digging and digging trying to find stuff out. Oh, and the weird one was Quebec, which is great. I mean, I love Canada. So there's some Canada, Quebec in me too, which was really neat. I would have never guessed. There we are. some of these didn't get clipped off, and I'm not sure why, but we're going to clip them off now. And put these in. So we have these open here, and then the answer to this is C, spill coffee or water on your clothes. That's what it says. Ooh, this is fun. Ready? Here we go. We're going to put this, oh, we're not going to put this. I just saw the time. Oh, time flies when you're having fun. I got to go to work. I unfortunately have to go to work. That pays the bills. I'd love to be on here with you all, quilting and having a good old day all day long. But I'm looking at the time. We're going to put these together really quick. It won't take that long. But I'm not going to do another question right at the moment. As a matter of fact, I'll put this through. So when I put these down, I nest my seams. I nested to the center of this one, and the same here, just to kind of give me really flat seams. Here we are. Okay, so we have half the amount there, and we are going to, I pin just to kind of keep everything in motion here. Put this down. And then we're going to have the last one. I'm actually pretty excited. So I don't know, Jamie, if Jamie's on here, if she, which series she did for the block of the month for Thangles. This happens to be series 7. And this lady hoarded a lot of them. So we have a whole big bin. You saw the one bin, but there is more of the block of the months. And this particular one, I did love their setting on this. So I'm excited to work on that. All right, we're done. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to take this, and we are going to press, and then we're going to show. I'm going to actually do that to the middle. So the way I looked at the setting, it doesn't seem like it really matters how this is pressed, other than that you want it as flat as could be. So here's this one. This one looks right to me. This one, I don't know, but it's right. I looked at it so many times. I think it's just because of that it's the reverse. And we're so used to seeing the background color be a white instead of the background color being a color. So now that I'm looking at it, see, this here looks weird to me here, but it's not. It's the same. So here we are. We have these two. So we're going to put that in our pile here. And tomorrow is Thursday. I'm going to think it's going to be something like a Thangles Thursday. Because I can't figure out what else we're going to do. Maybe we'll even work on this UFO. Maybe I'll figure out what way that's supposed to go. It is, I like this block. I think the block is super cute. All right, everyone, please take care of yourself. Remember, you guys, we can't do this without you guys, okay? So please take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you don't mind on your way out giving me the thumbs up, I would also appreciate it. I mean, hey, you may come on here and say, there's no UFOs. Where are the UFOs? And give me a thumbs down. That's fine. That's good for my algorithm, too. I'll take it. Please take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. And if you can hype anything up, that would be great. I should be able to see you tomorrow. So have a great day. Bye-bye.